Hey, how's it going guys? Ricky Summer here. Today I've come back in time to finally play Industries of Titan. If you've been following me recently, you've probably heard me mention Industries of Titan several times. It's a cyberpunk city builder. It's just launched into early access on the Epic Store. I have received a key from the developers and we're going to check it out. But first, a message from our sponsor.
Nexus Security. Protecting you from the unknown beyond the Nexus.
Welcome to Industries of Titan. I've been very excited for this one. If you've been following my videos and streams lately, you've probably heard me talk about this several times. Cyberpunk, city builder together. I've never seen that done before. It's incredible. My tiny little mind is blowing here. And it seems to be a lot more than just a bog standard city builder. It's quite unique. There's elements of Factorio in there. You'll see once we get into the game. And it's almost got this sort of grand strategy vibe. The way I would describe it is Stellaris meets Factorio, but it's a cyberpunk city builder. Oh, buddy. Okay, so let's have a look at the roadmap real quick, because I remind you this is early access. And while aesthetically it is very polished, the art, the music, the tutorial is fantastically presented. The whole thing is just beautiful. Mechanically, gameplay-wise, it's very obvious that there is a lot missing. And I like to see this roadmap here on the main menu telling you, what's coming next. This is good. So next up, we're getting transportation, roads, and trucks. That's very cool. I hope that we've actually got logistics to consider. There's hints of it already in the game. Listen, I love my logistics. Combat, right now combat is very rudimentary. You'll see once we get into the game. Population, simulation, happiness, life schedule, salaries, riots. That's, I'm very excited. But for the moment, let's just jump into the game. So we've got a few options here. Zen, no enemies. We've got survival, which I haven't played yet, but from the description, it seems like it's almost like a increasing difficulty wave-based sort of situation. That's very interesting in this sort of game. And then we've got standard, which is what we're going to play. We will have access to a couple of different factions, but for the moment, we've just got the Landfallers. And the way the game describes these guys is basically just like a ramshackle group of peeps from Earth, Mars, and the asteroid belt. And they're banded together, like they're barely a corporation. They just banded together and like, hey, let's colonize Titan, let's go. I'm ready. I like their fighter spirit. We also get to pick from one of 3 templates for a starting location. Low risk land grant. This is like middle ground, average across the board, average enemies, average resources. High risk, high reward, high resources, but there's also more rebels. Rebels at the moment are the only enemy in the game, and I think they're the only victory condition. So when you start a game, it tells you like, hey, there are this many rebel camps still to defeat, and I'm guessing that's how you beat the game currently. Other than that, I don't think there's any other victory conditions right now. Then we got pioneering terraformer, which is like just bleak. Low rebels, low enemies, and low resources. We're gonna go for, we can also do a custom one as well, which is pretty cool. We might play around with that later. But for the moment, we're going to go low risk land grant, like middle of the ground. Middle of the ground? Middle ground, middle of the road. I'm ready for it. We can name our corporation. I'm going to call ourselves Nexus Sec, the dream. I'm going to disable tutorials. Like I said, the tutorial is beautifully presented, but I actually want to talk you guys through the game and get excited about it and enjoy playing it, not just listen to dialogue the whole time. Okay, so we're going to start with 1 headquarters, 5 starting employees, kind of like villagers, they do all the work. 5 minerals, 0 isotopes, 100 credits, 20 influence, and a 3x3 starting territory. Let's launch the ship. The tunes, dude. Listen to those dank tunes. Alright, here we are. So it seems like even though you select a starting preset, it does still randomize the map, the terrain here. So this is not how the map looked when I did my test run of it. Okay, so there's a few things going on here. Let's have a look at what we got. We've got sort of 2 levels. We've got an overworld, like the city builder map, and then we can click on buildings and we can enter them. And then we can build inside of them. And this is where it starts to get a little bit Factorio-esque. So for the moment, what are we going to do? We're probably going to have to put down... Well, we have to make power. Yeah, we're going to have to make power. And right now, we haven't really got anything else to build except for the energy pylon. But there's no point doing that until we have power. Okay, so let's go into our HQ. As far as I've seen, every building is upgradable. And as far as I've seen, most, if not all buildings are also linkable. So if you have two buildings of the same type and same level together, you can link them to create a bigger one. You'll see. It's very rad. Okay, so I'm just going to hit enter here to go into the HQ. This is our starting building. We start off with a small container for storage. I'm going to put down an energy generator. Yes, where am I going to put it? So you play a little bit of inventory Tetris here. So it's worth noting that I think depending on the structure and for the sake of repairs, you might actually need to leave some pathways open. So you can't just like cram everything against each other, depending on the structure. So it's worth noting that our employees can actually walk around the edge here. So I think this is going to be fine. So if we put an energy generator there, and then let's get out of the building here. We are also going to have to start claiming some land, but I'm not really sure we can afford to. For claim, yeah. So this is our sphere of influence. The blue border here is the land we currently own. So this is where we can build. You know what? Actually, before we start claiming land, we need to survey some of these structures. So all these structures here, which look very cool, by the way, these are a remnant from a previous time, a previous era, where presumably humanity tried to conquer Titan and failed. So one of the things we have to do is we have to go around and survey what resources might be hiding in these ruins. So you can click on it and press survey, but I'm just going to do it quickly. I'm going to hit V all the way through. So everyone's got to queue up and they're going to do that. We can also go to our employees and we can reorder the priority of their tasks. So it shows you right here. I love this. It's so good. It shows you right here the number of jobs in any particular task and how many employees we have working at those jobs. So I've come into situations where the garbage in my apartment buildings, for lack of a better term, just built up. And it was, you couldn't walk in there, couldn't build anything, it was madness. So what I ended up doing was just dragging clean up waste all the way to the top. Oh, that's weird. That messed up my capture. Okay. That's fine. We'll move to display capture. That's very strange. Anyway, so clean up. That's so weird. That's right. Okay. I've never seen that before. That is amazing. Anyway, so just moving clean up waste to the top allowed them to then focus on that. And everything else sort of was secondary to that. Okay, so now we can have a look at our ruins here and see what we've got inside. So we've got minerals and waste. Waste is it's a liability. It's, for the moment, I don't think it's something we can actually use, gain any benefit from, but it's something we have to deal with. So we might want to look at salvaging something that doesn't have a lot of waste. So this one right here. We've got 14 minerals, 4 isotopes, only 1 waste. That's going to be good. It does have 1 red artifact. So we're going to end up sacrificing that by taking the resources. Okay, there's not a lot of resources, but I understand if you may be confused at everything that's going on right now. So let's have a look at the resources. We've got credits, and credits are used to convert. You know what? I'm going to hold off on converting employees until we actually end up doing it. So the main use, it seems, of credits is unlocking new buildings. So right now we've got a factory and we've got an energy pylon, which basically beams wireless electricity across our whole city. So in order to get other structures like a smokestack, which will be important in a second, we actually have to pay to get it. So let's not worry about that right now because we haven't got any credits income, but we will once we get our employees working. Okay, but in order to get our employees like loyal, we have to spend artifacts, and that's our other major resource. So we've got minerals, isotopes, credits, and then artifacts. So let's find some artifacts. We've got 3 red artifacts over here. 1 red artifact, 1 red. Okay, so over here, we're going to sacrifice 5 waste, which is pointless anyway, and 13 minerals, so we can get 3 artifacts. That's going to be great. Cool. Let's speed up time here. Alright, so what do we got over here? We've just got some resources. It looks like maybe our storage is full. Our storage is full, but they have built the energy generator. Right, so in order for the energy generator to work, we have to create fuel. I forgot about that. So let's do a small fuel fabricator, and we should just be able to put it here. Yeah, I think we'll do... Let's do it like that, right? So then we can fill these 2 areas with like a fuel tank, a small fuel tank, and then we'll put in a small battery as well. And they do what, you know, what you'd expect them to do. So luckily, for the moment, fuel is just extracted from the atmosphere because the atmosphere of Titan is very toxic. Good. That's one form of pollution we don't have to worry about. There are pollution concerns later on. Okay, now let's build a small battery. There's more to this, and there's got to be more to this. It makes a point of telling you that for the moment, the fuel fabricator teleports the fuel to where it needs to go, but later on, you're gonna actually have to pipe it. Maybe I don't think I've seen it specified exactly what they've got planned, but it's going to be more difficult. So we've got to play building Tetris here, and that's fine. But more needs to be done. So we are creating fuel, which then is creating power. How much power are we making? Energy generated 3. I don't think we're using anything right now, so that's fine. So what we have to do now is one of 2 things, I think. Hang on. Battery, energy relay, and okay, energy relay and industrial outlet. So the energy relay will link structures together, right? So if we put an energy relay, for example, here, everything within its sphere of influence will send and receive power, okay? It's an energy pylon. But then, to get the power out of the building, we have to build an industrial outlet. Okay, so I'm going to... Hang on. Let's just see what happens if I just build an industrial outlet. Because all we're doing... No, hang on. I do actually need to also build an energy relay. In order to connect the power generator, the energy generator, with the battery, right? So as long as they're both within the sphere of influence of the relay, we're good to go. So I'm going to cramp it all up for now, because the only structure we have available to us right now is the HQ. So we have to build everything that we need inside the first floor of the HQ. HQ. I know I pronounce my H's incorrectly, I know. Don't even at me. But there we go. So now our battery is filling up. Fantastic. So let's get out of there. Amazing. So what else do we need to do? We need like storage, and let's go to production here. What do we need to create a factory? We need... Hang on, let me have a look at my storage over here. So you can see it's quite slow paced. We're 15 minutes into the video or so, and at this point in a regular city builder, you might have like a suburban block done, right? It's a very different sort of city builder. This is what I mean by it's got elements of grand strategy. You almost think of each building like its own planet in Stellaris. Like the rate of expansion is, I think, comparable. Alright, so our storage is half full. That's fine. So we can go collect some more minerals. There's a couple ways we can do that. We can just keep salvaging structures, which I will do. This one, look at this. We've got 2 minerals, 6 waste, or we're going to get 1 red artifact. So I'm just going to go for the artifact on that one. Over here, 15 minerals, 7 waste. I'm going to go for the minerals because we need the minerals. So once we're done with salvaging the ruins, then we can actually start collecting resources from the mineral patches. But in order to do that, we need to claim them. We haven't claimed any plots yet. So to do that, we are going to use council influence. You can see down there. So I'm actually just going to do that. Claim. Claim. There we go. So now we can start mining minerals. And I will get one of my employees to do that. So, the story is that there's a council. Here's the council hall. Oh, we can't even talk to the council yet. That's right. We have to pay to actually talk to the council. So, so there's a council that essentially owns Titan. And every bit of land, every plot outside of our blue sphere of influence, they own. So we have to use council influence to buy plots of land off them. And we are only here by the grace of the council. So I think they said there are 9 council members. I don't know if you'll actually be able to choose one of them as your sponsor, but they've said that one of them is your sponsor. That'd be cool, actually. I don't know, but wouldn't it be rad if you could, like, when you start up a game, you could choose one of 9 sponsors from the council, and it gives you different, like, starting bonuses? I'm getting way too excited. So anyway, that's the council hall right there. We have no control over it. We can't move it. We can't destroy it. I don't think. We sort of have to build around it. And then we've got our spaceport. So in order to unlock the spaceport, we need to spend red artifacts, which we can do. And you know what? I'm going to do it. So the point of the spaceport, at least early game, as far as I've seen, is to bring in more employees. But we can't do that right now because we actually don't have any habitation pods for our employees. So let's fix that. So let's go into the HQ, and let's build some hab pods. They're very dystopian. They're fantastic. Can we do that? No, we can't. Oh, you know what? We can do it that way. What did I tell you at the start of the video? Yo, the space around the edge is walkable. So we can put a hab pod in sort of backwards like that. It's going to be within the sphere of influence of the power relay, and they will be able to access it. So this should house 2 employees, I think. We currently have 5, and they are employees, right? There's a difference between a citizen and an employee. When we pull in new citizens, they are citizens. Then we convert them into employees, and you'll see that happen fairly soon, I hope. Okay. So we got space for 2 new guys. So I'm going to pause here. You can pause. And, oh, let me pull that up. Pull the spaceport up again. So this is how this works. You click on the spaceport, or you click on the tab up here, and it's going to show you how much living space you have left, how much influence you have, and then it's going to show a list of ships that are currently at the station in orbit around Titan, which is where we were in the main menu, or ships coming to and fro. Now, the ones that are docked are these ones here, and it shows you how many individuals, potential citizens are on board, what minerals you'll get, and how much influence it's going to cost to have them come down and join your city. I love this. I love all of this. This is great. So we've got 2 spaces for citizens currently. I'm going to spend 6 influence to get 1 citizen. And you'll notice there's timers on everything. So we can, I mean, if we don't like the options here, 2 of these options we can't even use because we can't take them because we haven't got enough space for 3 citizens. Although, you know what? I mean, I can just build another habitation pod. H. And then, like, I can put it there, or what am I going to do? You know what? That'll work right there because we're still touching the relay. Hopefully that gets done pretty quick. It should do because my employees aren't really doing anything right now. Great. So that is built. So now we can pull in Venus, Light Freighter. Oh no, it's coming from Venus, Light Freighter Shimmer. It's going to cost 8 influence. We're going to get 1 isotope and 3 individuals from that. So we should be able to jump out here on pause. And we should be able to watch that happen. You ready for the... Oh, look at it go. There's some real nice attention to detail in this. And then you can actually see the 3 guys down there. They're walking to our HQ. All right, so there's something we need to worry about here. And that is rubbish. So, habitation pods. I think it's the hab pods themselves. Because people are living in them, they produce garbage. So I'm going to put down a waste receptacle. Just going to put it down there. So we have somewhere for the garbage to go. Also, it might be worth building a larger storage. Yeah. You know what? How much room have we got? Max capacity 10. Our storage is now full. I don't think we can afford to build a factory. We can't. All right. I'm trying to min-max here so as not to overbuild, but it doesn't matter. I'm just going to build another small storage right there. That's fine, because we're gonna. I mean, this is effectively all temporary. This is just to get us started. We can also, by the way, we can upgrade our headquarters to get another level and another level. I don't know how high it goes, but there are multiple levels here to deal with. Also, take note that on the diagram here, where it shows the floors, we're on floor 1. There's also a combat floor. And this is not currently available in early access. So I'm excited to see what the hell that's all about. Alright, so we need... Okay, do we have anyone assigned here? Okay, yeah. Now that we've got room for it, there's some resources there that just need to be picked up, I think. There we go. Fantastic. Now we can build a factory. Ooh, baby. So a factory is essentially just an empty receptacle for you to build whatever you want in there. I love it. Okay, you can see they're mining over there. Let's take a look at that. Oh, you sort of missed it. Anyway, so let's build a factory. Let's just put it here. So it shows you the entrance, which I imagine is going to be important once roads have been introduced. Dude, I cannot wait for roads to be in the game. Alright, let's keep going here. Wait for this to build up. Beautiful. Oh, no, that was just resources allocating. Now it's going to build up. We've got one free space, but no one to fill it. That's alright, we'll get there. So I'm thinking we're going to turn this factory into a residence, into essentially an apartment building. Now I saw, like, there's so much planned that isn't in the early access build. I saw in a video, one of the like a developer video, that there's apparently a residence structure. Now I don't know how that differs, but it's got me excited, I'll tell you that much. Okay, so factory. There you go. It's beautiful. I love the art. Like, it's voxel art, but yet it's somehow, like, I don't know, you can't really tell unless you get really close in. The HQ in particular looks beautiful. The rain, and dude, the presentation is just top notch. All right, so let's get into that factory. So we can do a couple of different things here. We can produce energy at the factory. Like, we can go bottom floor power production, which might not be a bad idea. Or we can say, yo, let's build a whole new factory that's just producing power. We can do that too. Or we can just keep upgrading the HQ and fill those floors with power, which maybe I'll do that. We'll see. But for the moment, what I'm going to do is get some hab pods. Yeah, okay. Actually, you know what? And we'll do a monetization station. Hang on, how much does a hab pod cost? 4? Yeah, I can do a monetization station and then some hab pods. Actually, we'll do hab pods like around the edge. Then monetize right there. Yeah, and we'll do this sort of like, so that's the, not that it matters, guys, you know, it really doesn't matter, but I'm a little bit of a wanker here and I want to make sure that it looks nice. Right, okay, so you'll notice these things haven't got power. So in order to get them power, I need to build an industrial outlet. And I don't think it matters where I build that. I don't think. So I should be able to put it there, and then we'll wait for some resources. Just need minerals. Okay, monetization station is done. We're getting minerals? Let me get out of here. How are we going? Yeah, the guy's just going back and forth. So it seems to happen like, how do I put this? It's not just a matter of, hey, you're mining this square, so there's a trickle of income. you actually have to wait for someone to go and get the minerals. I love that. I love that attention to detail in the logistics there. Okay, so now we're gonna build an energy relay. Right there. Great. So now power's gonna come in through the industrial outlet. Wait. Hang on. I might not have an outlet in my headquarters. Let's have a look. I do. Oh, you know why? I think it's because I need to build an energy pylon. Energy pylons relay energy from energy plants to other buildings. I think I think that's what I need. So, I still need some minerals. Let's skip ahead to that. Okay, so we now have enough minerals to build the energy pylon. I've also gone ahead and surveyed a couple of buildings here. We need to do more of that. We need to expand our territory. Our influence is going up, so we can afford it. So I want to claim all of this right here, all this empty land. Because I'm thinking... Whoops, I didn't mean to do that. That's alright. We'll get that, we need that anyway. That's only 10. Yeah, let's claim that as well. So I'm thinking I want to grab the isotope patch over here and maybe build that in this direction. So let's put down an energy pylon. So it needs to... I mean, we can upgrade it so its sphere of influence is much larger. But for the moment, it does actually need to... Damn it. Maybe I put it here instead. Oh man, this is Sophie's choice. Otherwise... Yeah, sort of got to do that, I guess. No, that's alright. I think that's alright. No. I'm going to put... Listen. Part of me... I know, it's a terrible part of me. But part of me needs my city to look fantastic. And it needs to look well-oriented. Okay, so energy pylon. Resources are being loaded in. And this can be upgraded too. And I believe connected, though I haven't tried connecting it. We're not going to connect this episode. Listen, first date, no connection. And we are done. Beautiful. Look at those animations. I love it. Okay, there we go. So now we're beaming power from the HQ to the energy pylon and hopefully back to the factory. Yep, that's working. Okay, we now have space for 3 more employees, which I'm going to take advantage of. I just missed it. Damn it. Alright, we can wait for the next shipment. So what else needs to be done here? Well, let's have a look at our current hab pods. We are free of rubbish. So that's great. We don't need to worry about that just yet. We will have to actually take steps to remove rubbish entirely. But for the moment, we're fine just storing it. Okay. 10 minerals, 1 waste? Oh, we need to claim it first. Yeah, right. Let's claim all these. I'll salvage that. Oh, man. Or I could just destroy it. No, I'll salvage it. We can deal with the waste later. I'll salvage this for the isotopes. And 3 artifacts. I'll take that. We need those artifacts. Okay, so now let's go into our... I wonder, I haven't found a way to do it, but I hope at some point there's a way to rename buildings so it doesn't just say factory. Each building seems to have a little designation down there. Dell 65, Yar 55, Fire 55. Anyway, let's get into our factory here. So I'm going to do, not right now, but I'm going to do hab pod there, monetization station there. And we need a conversion capsule as well. So what the conversion capsule does is it takes citizens who can leave, can get upset, will sleep, and it turns them into loyal cybernetic drone employees that don't need to sleep and work round the clock. Okay, I'm going to pause it just for a second. I'm going to go monetization station, conversion pod. I just want to get... What do I want to get? I want to get the orientation right. We can do that, I think. I want it to listen, I want it to be symmetrical. And I want it to look good. Is that so wrong? Is that really so wrong? I think, you know, we can get away with that. No, we're going to do that instead. Yeah. Because we only need to leave room for them to actually enter the pod, which are those little green boxes there. So this is fine. I think. We'll see how we go there. And we'll cancel that monetization station. So what the monetization station does is it sits our employees in front of a big screen. It makes them watch YouTube all day, and it makes them watch ads. And that produces credits. So we now have a trickle, or an income rather, of 1 credit. What rate is that? I'm not sure. Maybe a second? A tick? Whatever that is. So we're starting to make credits. This is good. Okay. This should get built shortly. And then we can start turning... Hang on. Are we running out of power here? We might be. Let's get out of the building. And we can check out power. Yeah, okay. So we're currently using 4 power. We're only producing 3. This is one semi-criticism I have of the game currently in its current state. It's a little bit difficult to monitor your power. The easiest way is to click on a pylon and have a look at how much is being used versus how much is being produced. But then it's a little bit difficult to troubleshoot, well, where's the issue? It's very easy to have like a whole building producing power and then like you missed a pylon or something. You missed an industrial outlet, so you're producing power but it's not getting out. That's very easy to do. Okay, let's build. We can build an energy generator, maybe. Like of course that's what we want to build, but we can build a big one. We can build it there. Oh baby, let's do that. We might not have enough fuel, but if that's the case, we can always build another fuel fabricator down here. Well, let's see how we go. This should be enough to fix our energy issues. There we go. See, that's flickering. It's telling us that we're not producing enough power. There we go. That should do it. So, can we... How much global fuel usage? That's good. So we're using 3 and we're producing 2. So we do need to produce more. Okay. Where is that? Down here. Let's just do another small one. Actually, what's the big... Yeah, big one doesn't fit. Let's do a small one here. We'll just fit it in right there. So luckily we've got the fuel tank. The fuel tank is almost depleted, but if we didn't have that, we would just like cut off production straight up. So that's a nice little buffer there. It might be worth building another one of those. Yes. 2 small fuel tanks right there. And then we can do like a medium battery in that space. And that's pretty perfect. You know, that's packed. That's good. Yeah. We'll get rid of those hab pods eventually, but for the moment, you know, we'll leave them. They're fine there. This is good. We just need minerals to get that done. That's fine. I can leave that in the capable hands of my employees. Now, we can start creating, well, citizens. Yeah, we can start creating employees out of citizens. So, I think the way it works is your employee limit is based on how many conversion capsules you've built. And we can currently create 1 employee. So, a citizen has walked into the conversion capsule. Free and unaugmented. They descend into the bowels of the capsule. And when they surface... They're a whole new man. Now they are augmented. And now they are one of us. So I should be able to make another employee. Employee limit +1, total 7. Cannot convert, no citizens available to convert. Oh, right, I've run out of citizens. I think some of the ones I brought in might have left. See, that's the thing. You stop them from leaving by pumping them full of cybernetics. Oh, buddy. But you know what? For the moment, I'm going to leave it there. Oh, man. Look, I'm going to do more episodes of this. In fact, right now, because I want to keep playing. Alright guys, quick little update before we finish up the video. I had started recording an episode 2 to this because I was having so much fun with the game, but unfortunately we're going to have to put that on hold for the time being. I've run into a nasty string of bugs that just prevent me from doing a series. So firstly, that save we were playing, I ended up sort of bricking it, possibly partially due to user error and also a couple of bugs. So it seemed like it was reporting my storage was full, even though it wasn't, and that led to my employees being idle and just not doing anything. So they wouldn't move resources into the storage space that was there to be filled. So I was sort of stuck. I couldn't build anything. I couldn't make any progress. So then I tried to roll back the game to a previous autosave. And now I just can't load any save games because it keeps crashing. Which is real unfortunate, real sad, because I was looking forward to doing a full series on this. But that's good for you to know. So if you were interested in buying the game, maybe hold off for the time being. I'm going to keep checking it out, and I'll let you know when there's updates, when there's new content, and when the game is more stable, because I have had more than a few crashes. Listen, I'm very excited to see how this one pans out. I'll be following along in early access, make no mistake. But for the moment, thank you very much for watching. Don't forget to gently caress that like button. Taste the game, be excellent to each other, and I'll see you next time. Ricky Summer, out.